There are two things that's never ending for a husband to a wife. Number one is their love. And number two is the toothpaste. Because you had this so tiny, you're just like, maybe that's enough.
And why don't you change it?
Why don't you change it?
This could be the cause of our divorce.
I can live with a dirty teeth. Can you?
I cannot live with your dirty teeth.
Wow.
Why is it so hard for you to put your dirty clothes in a laundry basket?
Sometimes I make it, sometimes I don't. And if I don't, I
You just leave it there.
Yeah, because it's right next to it.
Oh my god.
Okay, I can't be the only one. The guy's toilet, we stand when we pee, and there's this little thing, and there's like a hole in the middle. I always try to aim right at the hole because it makes this like funny sound, like boop, 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 boop. And it feels really good.
Do I have to know that? Another cause of divorce. Oh my god.
My lovely wife,
Yes.
the toothpaste in our bathroom, it's never ending.
What do you...
I have two questions for you. The first question is, and I know this is stupid, but it means a lot to me, is that we have a full toothpaste. Why do you squeeze it in the middle as opposed to from the bottom?
It's
now you have this big
easier.
dent in this whole thing.
It's easier. Like, when you wake up in the morning, you are like sleepy and all those things. When you're super sleepy walking into the bathroom, you don't want to concentrate squeezing it from the bottom of your toothpaste. You just grab it and get it done with.
Don't you have this like, you see this big dent in the middle of a toothpaste. Don't you just want to whoop and make it all whole in one again?
Yeah, because you do that. So in the next morning, you get to press it in the middle of the tube again.
Wow. That's actually a legit point. So there's another thing. There's a myth saying, okay, that there are two things that's never ending for a husband to a wife. Number one is their love. My love for you is never ending. And number two is the toothpaste. That's never ending. Like there is always this like tiny bit more that you want to squeeze.
No, it's like a competition because no one wants to get the new tube of toothpaste. So in the bathroom, there'll always be an ultra empty toothpaste that every morning we're gonna be like, I have to get the last drop. I have to finish this, and you're gonna be the one that get the new one, and it goes on for eternity.
I remember there's this one toothpaste of ours that's just like, you cannot possibly squeeze in anymore. And I felt like for you to squeeze in more, you had to compromise the hygienes of your tooth. Like, because you had this so tiny, you're just like, maybe that's enough.
And why don't you change it?
Why don't you change it?
Wow, this could be the cause of our divorce.
The same is true for so many like little things. Look, okay, I know this sounds funny and everything, but when you compile all these like tiny stuff, that's what living together is like. For all the couples out there, by the way, that's considering living together, you might want to consider all the tiny things in life that has previously never been an issue, and now it could be an issue. Toothpaste, for instance. And another thing is like toilet paper, right? By the way, I can survive without toilet papers. We have the bidet thingy, and that I can survive with it. I don't mind, but can you?
I'm the one refilling the toilet paper. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's right. Okay, refilling okay, fine. You win that one. You win that one.
Okay,
next
next
But you're
one.
only refilling it because you actually need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I can
What's your point?
nothing. Keep doing that. I can live with a dirty teeth. Can you?
I cannot live with your dirty teeth.
Wow.
Why is it so hard for you to put your dirty clothes in a laundry basket? Why do you have to put it right next to it? Aren't you a basketball player? Like, don't you feel annoyed that when you shoot, it doesn't go into the basket? But why do you have to leave it right next to the basket?
I don't think it was intentional. I think it's just when you take off your shirt, you just like throw it. And sometimes you make it, sometimes you miss. And if you miss, you miss. That's a case study for the next time so that I know where I miss so I can adjust my shot next time.
Are you sure you're a basketball player? Because you seem to miss a lot.
No, guys do that all the time. Seriously, when we go to the toilet, like public toilet, and we try to pee, we always try to aim at the right angle. There's like this little thing in the middle. We always try to aim right. Okay, I can't be the only one. I can't be the only one doing this, all right? When you go to you don't know this, but in a guy's toilet, we stand when we pee, and there's this little thing, and there's like a hole in the middle. I always try to aim right at the hole because it makes this like funny sound, like boop, 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 boop. And it feels really good.
Do I have to know that?
No, no, I'm just saying the same logic is true when I throw my socks or shirts or whatever in the laundry basket. I don't just like give a layup. I actually back off and you just foof. And it feels really good. Sometimes I make it, sometimes I don't. And if I don't, I
You just leave it there.
yeah, because it's right next to it.
Oh my God.
When you take it, you just pick it up on the side.
Another cause of divorce. Oh my gosh.
No, but you do that all the time, right? With the toilet seat and whatnot, like leaving it up and down. I always leave it down for you. But I'm just saying, look, if we always leave it down, all right, and I have to push it up and I have to leave it down. So that's 2 repetitions. If I would just put it up, that's 1 repetition, and you would put it down, that's 1 repetition. So it's better that we have an equal amount of repetition as opposed to me doing 2 repetitions all the time.
Okay, fair enough.
If I could do that, then I guess it's okay. I mean, okay, fine. I'll try to pick up my laundries a little bit.
And your socks too. They're everywhere in the house. They're under the couch, they're under the bed, they're under your work table. Like, what is wrong with
Do you know
and your
what's the
socks?
best feeling in the world? Is that you come back home and you just lie down and your kids come play with you and you're like, take off daddy's socks, please. And they're like, and they take it off. The feeling the sock goes off, that's like the best feeling in the world. And I don't know where the socks left. They're really cheap. I'm going to buy a new one anyway.
Every time that I clean the house, I will always find one of your socks. And you always be like, where is the other one of my socks?
No, I don't have that
Come on.
problem anymore because I buy all the same socks. I buy like 10 pairs of them, all black. So if I lose one, I can always pair this one with the other one and just go for it. I never have a problem. And for some reason, there are always holes in my socks. I don't know why. I do cut my toenails very regularly. I just have very big toes, I guess. These are very, very little things. And to everyone that's watching, these are like very, very little things. It's funny and all that. But when you accumulate it, that's how living together is like. You just have to accommodate each other
Yeah.
on these like little things.
It is as if we are having a marriage therapy with the audience as our therapist.
Yeah.
Be the judge for us.
We
Who win?
doesn't have to be a competition. It's just these are just things that we have to compromise along the way because, I guess it's part of the deal.
Yeah. I think I've listened to this a marriage consult, and there was this couple went into the therapy, right? And the wife was like, I feel like you don't love me anymore. And the guy was like, what do you mean I don't love you anymore? Had today zombie takes over the world, I would let the zombie eat my brain before it goes to you.
Oh.
And then the wife was like, I believe you on that. But zombie never comes. The apocalypse never comes. But laundries, it's there every day. Dishes are piling up every day. Instead of just saving me from zombie, can you just help me wash the dishes? And I think that is super legit.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. I've heard similar arguments from Bill Burr.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when the ship sinks, you get to go on the boat, and we have to stay here. But I guess it's not every day that the ship sinks. So, fair enough.